Hey everyone, I'm doing a review of the Joker I'm rebuilding right now. I'm learning as I go along. I know there's only a couple videos I have so far, but I plan on doing reviews for each of mine. I have a unboxing. I got the Queen Studios Wonder Woman coming in the next couple days, hopefully. Um, yeah, but I just want to do reviews, and I want to do reviews that are kind of from a little different standpoint. I love the people that are out there like Gem Mint, Red Titans, Batman Statue Collector. There's plenty of people that do great reviews, great jobs, but there is always stuff that I kind of just have questions about for myself. Um, and I want to take it from an approach of I can't afford to collect the way they do. I have to make the most of what I've got. That's why I rebuild, because a lot of times it's the only way I can afford some of these pieces. And so I'm teaching myself different skill sets so that I can stay in this hobby. Um, it's a difficult hobby, as I'm sure a lot of you know. It's expensive. It's space is always a concern. Explaining away the boxes that I have to store and all that just gets increasingly more difficult with each statue I get. So, there's a limitation to how many will be coming into the collection. Right now I have the Wonder Woman looking to come. And then I also have the premium format Dark Knight from Daniel Bell and Sideshow. Uh, and then that's all I have on the docket for a while. I'm hoping to be able to get in on another piece this year, but we'll have to see. I bought a new house last year, so money is limited, and with kids, it's always difficult. But so this is the Joker. This is the premium format they did at Sideshow a couple years ago. As I mentioned in my room tour, he was broken in a lot of pieces. So there was a part of the hair that was broken, and I just had to touch up the paint. This part of his coat, the collar part, was broken. Putting that back together, I didn't like how it was laying, so I sanded it down, so I have to go in and repaint it. There was no leg for the right leg, no boot, so I had to print that out. The entire front of the pogo stick was missing, and so I'm filling that in. I'm gonna repaint it. I think I'm gonna paint the pogo stick actually like a neon green. It's a lot of purple right now. Missing a hand, so I printed out a hand. Part of this boot, the back end of the pant was broken, so I filled that in. His vest was also broken, so I had to resculpt that, and then I painted just a little different green color than they had. A whole bunch of the base was broken, and I'm going to get to that at some point, but right now finishing him is just my main concern. But I unfortunately have quite a few projects going, so I get to it when I can. It's tough. The coattails were tricky. To get them to stay like that, I had to use Aves epoxy sculpt and just pay attention to it, and as they started to droop, pick them back up so I could get the kind of flip that they have with the original. But yeah, I mean, I think it's turning out great. The statue itself, it's not one I probably would have bought. I definitely would not have bought it if not for getting it broken and getting to work on it. I like the Joker. I'm not the biggest Joker fan. I think he's an excellent villain. He's never been my favorite. If I were going to get a Joker, that new Daniel Bell Joker that they're coming out with is pretty amazing. Since I have this one, I'm gonna leave that be. I have to rebuild this control panel. As you can see, my first attempt was not great. So I've got some different strategies I'm going to take. I just got to find time to actually use it. But the piece is, there's a lot of action to it. I love the wrinkles of the pants. The purple they used originally, I think, was just too dark. There wasn't enough highlighting of the definition. The wrinkles didn't have enough highlights, so I went in and just repainted. Went with a different purple, so it's got a little more highlights, a little more low lights. I think it gives a little more life to the actual suit. It was a real like monotone, like almost burgundy purple, I felt like. And now I went with just a little more straightforward purple. But as I said with the pogo stick, that's just a lot of purple. I think a neon green would be nice. I might even do like a graffiti on the side of it. I like graffiti art quite a bit. So I'm trying to figure out as I go how exactly I want to go about this. But the piece is great. I have none of the switch outs. I think it really does tell a story. I think if you're a Joker fan, this is an excellent piece. For the price, I mean, if you can find a cheaper secondary market, that would be fantastic. It is a great piece, though. I mean, the base is a lot of fun. It's big, it's heavy, it's a sturdy piece in general. I think his head sculpt is great. I would hopefully like to do another head sculpt as just a swap out. I like the gun. The hand is really small. I just don't feel like they put a whole lot effort into the hand on the right hand. The gun looks phenomenal though, so it kind of just hides it. And that's why the hand I did, I got some of the vein work in there. Kind of translucent. It's a little pink. I still have to do another layer or two of some white just to make it match kind of the skin tone of his face a little bit better. And I'm not going to go with a glove. I'm fine without doing a glove on that hand. Maybe I'll change my mind down the road. That's the thing about working on these things is once you get going, it's just always kind of fluid. You always make changes. There's always things to do. I'm not sure how much this one retails for. I think it's like $600 or $630 on Sideshow. Not even sure if they still have any in stock, but it's a good piece. I mean, if you're a Joker fan, it has a real maniacal feel. I think it would pair really well if I were to display it alongside the Martin Canale Batman. I think it would pair very well. I think they did a great job with it. Just it being the Joker, who's just not my favorite. And with some of the flaws, I'm excited for the Daniel Bell one. I think that will be kind of the quintessential 1/4 Joker from Sideshow, at least. I love Sideshow's pieces. I know they're not as elaborate as, like, let's say an XM Prime 1, but you also pay a lot less. And as a collector that's doing this on a budget, I just find that very valuable. He's a pretty tall piece, probably 24 inches to the top of the gun. I should have grabbed a tape measure. But yeah, I'm learning as I go with this. There's a lot of stuff to figure out. Making videos for this stuff was never anything I really thought to do. I just enjoy watching other people's, but I have a nice collection. I like it a lot. I like the stuff I'm working on, and I kind of want to share it and share my thoughts on collecting when you don't necessarily maybe have the money or the space to get as many as you see other people getting. I love that they are able to bring in a statue a week, it seems like, if not more. But I had I had to sell off other collections to be able to get my first statue. I had to, I mean, honestly, the old Marvel's Legends that I had when I was a kid, that's how I afforded my first three statues. Because I was able to sell them and make some good money, and I started getting into this, and I love it. I love statues. I love the artwork. I love the characters. Comic books have a very special part in my life. Helped me through a lot of struggles. So I appreciate what they bring and the art involved, the painting, the sculpt, all of it is just fantastic. Even the engineering on the shipping, the way they are able to send these fragile pieces without breaks usually is amazingly impressive. I'm going to continue to work on this. If there's any significant updates or when I get the whole thing done, I will do a follow-up video just to kind of show off everything that was accomplished. I do want to clean up this section right there. You can see the clay I used to rebuild or put that leg back on. I didn't get it as flush as I had hoped. But yeah, I mean, I think it's an excellent piece. I think if you're looking for a Joker, if you're looking for something that's going to tell a story, especially with Sideshow, they're always doing free shipping on stuff. This is a good option. I wouldn't have done it myself. Probably still would not do it if given the opportunity. But I'm happy I have it. I think the face sculpt, the overall story it tells, it's a very valuable piece. It's very cool and adds a lot to the collection. I think pairs up very well with the villains. It kind of shows the craziness of Joker, and I do like that. But that's gonna be it for this review. I may have more coming. I may shoot for maybe one a week if I, depending where I can fit in with work. And I appreciate anyone that's watching, and just have a great day. Remember that be kind to yourself, be happy with yourself, and you're gonna have a pretty awesome day. And any critiques you got, any advice you got for me on these videos, I do appreciate it. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go. And also, when talking about the Joker, there's a movie out there called The People's Joker, and right now it's hard to find because Warner Brothers kind of put a hold on it because of rights issues. But it was in the Toronto Film Festival and was received extremely well there, and my brother was actually in it. And if you're ever able to come across it or want to make a push to see it, it's The People's Joker. It's supposed to be a pretty amazing movie. Everyone have a great day. Thank you for watching. If you did, I appreciate it.